for you. And good morning. Welcome to Blue Hawaiian. My name's Duke. I'll be flying around the island. So Dee Dee, Tim, Taylor, and Julie. Everybody's got your seatbelts. Slow and hey, looks like. Alright, so for the first couple minutes of this flight, I'm going to have the passenger microphones turned off. Just while we're departing the airport environment, once we're clear, I'll let you know the microphones are back on, and at that point, please feel free to ask any questions along the way, as well as talk to each other if you'd like. We have one mic up front here to share. There's two in the back there. You just simply to press that black button on the side. Talk directly into the end, opposite the cord. It does need to be fairly close, about 2 inches. Remember out for us to hear you if you're holding it too far away. Just sounds like a helicopter. We're also recording this flight. We have 4 cameras on board, one off the front, one off the side, this interior one as well. Look at all the sightseeing, music, and commentary if that's something you're interested in. Other than that, any questions before we get going? Any questions regarding the safety video or anything else?
When we talk to each other, do you hear it?
I do.
Oh.
You might see me talking and not hear me. If that's the case, I'm not talking to myself. I'm making a radio call. And sometimes if I'm making a radio call, it cuts your mics off. So if you're asking me a question at the same time and I don't answer, I didn't check out on you. I just was making a radio call. That's going to be my excuse every time. I'm making a radio call. Alright, we'll sit back, relax, enjoy the music. We'll be on our way in just a moment. Just demolos here off our right side. This harbor down here where the cruise ship is, this is the new Willy Willy Harbor. This is our only deep water harbor here on the island, and that is where about 90% of our commerce comes to and from. Usually they see a large barge down there that they're unloading or loading shipping containers onto. And that's how most of our commerce moves. Hold back and forth by tugboat, primarily between here and Oahu. It's basically our version of a train here on the island. And the waterway down here off our right side, stretching out in front of us, is the Hawaiian stream. And that pond, kind of half moon-shaped pond there on the right side of the elbow of the river, that's the Alikoko fish pond, also known as the Menehune fish pond. And the straight line coordinating it off from the river, that's a 900-foot long rock and dirt wall that was put in place about 900 years ago, or excuse me, about 600 years ago, in order to create the pond where they used to farm fish back in those early days. And you'll find those fish ponds on various islands. It was a common practice to farm fish. Alright, we got the passenger microphones turned on for you. Please feel free to ask questions as well as talk amongst yourselves. We're getting a little bit of bumpiness in here. The winds are coming out of the south, so we're just getting a little disturbance from this ridge line. We're going to continue climbing up. Once we get above the ridge, it'll smooth out for us. That said, the winds today are really quite mild. So a little bit of bumpiness around the island, but nothing major. I'll try and point out some spots if I feel like they might get a little bit bumpy ahead of time. This is Kipukai Beach over here off the left. If you ever saw the movie The Descendants, this property was the property they used in that movie with George Clooney. That's where there were descendants of, and that is all private property down there. Although the beach is public. All the beaches here on the island are public. They're not all that easy to get to though. That one in particular, you do unfortunately need a boat for that one. So as we climb out the ridge here, all along the right side now is the south shore of the island. We got the Poipu area right up our 9 to about 10 o'clock there. And this body of water here up our front left, that is the Waita Reservoir. Little town on the left side there called Koloa. And Koloa is historically significant. That's where the first sugarcane plantation was planted on the Hawaiian Islands back in 1835. This large grass grazing area we're flying along off our right side, called Kipu Ranch, all used to be sugarcane down there up until about 16 years ago. Today, there's no longer any commercial production of sugarcane anywhere in the state. Not to be too expensive. But that industry did have a very profound impact on the islands and the island history. It essentially spurred what you could call modern Hawaii. The modern economy had a great deal to do with the social fabric of these islands as well. In those early years, there were tens of thousands of people that came from all over the Pacific region here. Central and South America and Europe to some degree. And really created quite the cultural melting pot here, so to speak. So down below us, left, right out front, all these trees you see being grown in rows. These are a type of eucalyptus. These are being grown as a crop, and they are being grown for biomass. And we do have a biomass power plant here on the island. It's one of numerous sustainable energy production facilities we have here. We're currently sitting right around 60% of our energy is sustainably produced here on island. Pushing towards 100% hopefully the next decade or so with a bit more solar coming online.
See hikers out in this area?
No, there really are no trails around here. There's a utility road that comes up here. You might see a trail down below us in this area. This is it's behind us now, but it's part of a motocross track down there, and it's a cross-country trail. But for the most part, no. Most of the interior of this island is just not accessible. Actually, over 70% of the island is not accessible by foot or by automobile. So by far, this is the best way to see as much of this island as possible.